What you doing? What do you think? Where's your moose? Go get your moose. You're in my face. Go get your moose. Where's your moose? Go get your moose. What do you think, Gibson? Is he gonna go get his moose? Is he gonna go get it? Oh, there's his moose. Bring it over. What about you? It's cuddle time? It's cuddle time? Okay, buddy. Good boy. And good boy, Oliver. Good job getting your moose. Sometimes things have a tendency of piling up, and we have to address them before we do anything else. This week was that type of week. So I received this in the mail the other day, and it's an important cause. It's a book because I've been involved in a research study dealing with memory, and I don't know of any Alzheimer's type problems in my family, but a good friend of mine ran into this with her family as her father had troubles with Alzheimer's. I volunteered to be in a memory study, and so it's been a lot of fun, and I've been really happy to help try to understand the aging process and how it affects memory. And, it's just one of those activities that I'm involved with that are truly worthwhile. And if I talk about some of these things, people will often ask me, how do you find time to do the things that you're involved in? And in fact, I'll be giving a talk about that in time management next Wednesday. And so this topic is fresh on my mind. But it's really important to understand, who we are as people, and knowing yourself, what you want to do. Think about things like, if I were on my deathbed tomorrow, did I address the things that were truly important to me and all the various roles that I play, whether I'm a father, a patient, a husband, a member of a church, and so forth. So keeping those things in mind, I wrote up a personal mission statement. The truth is, nobody probably cares all the words it says, except for me, but it helps me center myself and it helps me to make decisions. And the reason for that is I use this tool. It's a matrix that comes from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. One axis talks about importance, and that would be importance based on what I want to do with my life, and urgency. And so the urgent and important things are things we have to be reactive to. So if the kitchen is on fire, I have to drop everything to address it. The next quadrant are things that are important but aren't urgent, and Covey calls this the quadrant of proactivity. It's the quadrant of making relationships and doing some planning. This is where you want to be, because things aren't an emergency, and you can do planning and make sure that you're finding the right balances to address your long-term goals. The next quadrant is things that are urgent but not important. And this is usually it's a reactive quadrant as well, but it's usually people asking you to do things that are not in alignment with your priority. And it can be a good opportunity to delegate and find other people that may be more interested in working on those things, or it might be a good quadrant for you just to say no. And then, of course, there's the non-urgent and non-important, and this is a waste quadrant. This would be like mindless TV watching and things of this nature. So a friend of mine, when he found out I was going to do a talk on time management, said he was afraid I was going to say no TV. Well, no, I wouldn't say that, but certainly on my list of things to go, it would be one of the first things if I needed to find more time to focus on the things that were truly important to me. And so, how do I find time to do all the things that I do? Well, the secret is in understanding the things that are important to you long term, writing them down, and finding a way to balance them. For me, I'm interested in learning more about the world, and specifically, I'm fascinated with history, with ham radio, and a number of other realms, my fraternity, and I just make sure that I find ways to rotate them, thinking bigger picture goals and planning every week to make a little bit of progress towards whatever I'm focusing on. So it might be based on the weather and based on the sunspot cycle that I don't focus on ham radio for a while. And I'm totally focused on riding motorcycles, or I'm focused on making sure that I'm helping to evangelize fundraising activity. But you can cycle through, like in Minnesota in the wintertime. I'm typically not riding motorcycle, maybe working on them as I've done this winter. But chances are good I'm not going to take long trips that demand all of my time. And so that, in a nutshell, is a summary of how I find time to do the things that I do. And yesterday I managed to tweak my back at band practice, so I've been taking it pretty easy today. I'm not sure how I did it. Must have twisted funny. Don't normally have these problems. Anyway, I was sitting on the couch this morning kind of pouting about it, and not getting anything done was getting to me. So Amanda brought home new stickers for the plates. I came out here to look at the 1200 and realized I'm not sure where I put the plate. So at the very least, I'm going to go see if I can't figure out where that is. And maybe do some cleanup work. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something else too. So it's Sunday, and I know next week will be hectic because I never get anything done during the week but work and some of the philanthropy work that I do on the side. I'm not sure how to feel about that. And next weekend we've got a gig, so probably be editing, so I don't have much time to gather video this week, and I wish I had more bike stuff to share with you. To make things even more fun, even though I found the license plate, while I was doing that, I ran across the sandpaper I had bought to sand into that guy for the skull insert that I have. And now I can't find either my JB Weld or that sandpaper. And this is the kind of craziness that got me started looking for the plate. And I've been trying to put stuff away. So that kind of stuff is pretty frustrating for me. I've got a few more bins that just have general gear. I've got to go get a couple more Foot Lockers, and I'll put those away, and maybe I'll run across the sandpaper. I still don't know where the JB Weld went off to. I tried to put this on, swing and a miss. I thought maybe it would be a bolt-on ad cover, but it actually adheres to the Street Glides horn cover as it is. And the reason I can't do it right now, because that would be super easy, is it says don't apply it in temperatures under 50 degrees. And today it's hovering right around 50. So I think I'm going to put this near the Street Glide and save it for another day. Just because I don't want it falling off. Doesn't feel like I got much done today, but I spent probably about 4 or 5 hours going through parts and putting them in bins and doing the same for tools. And, well, you know, it feels kind of good, if nothing else, to know that I know where everything is. I had a quick panic moment and was thinking to myself, where did I put the instructions for the Dakota Digital speedometer? And I realized I have a bin over there called Sporty. Opened it up, and sure enough, that's where the instructions lie. You'll notice that I got a shelf here that's empty. I managed to mount another seat on the shelves. I got some toolboxes. I'm still going through various hardware pieces. I've got some shelving that's empty on that back side. So long story short, hurting my back turned today into spring cleaning. Still got a long ways to go. Love that mountain grown freshness. Can you say hi, YouTubers? Tinky! Yeah, hi. Hi, Tinky. Is again, hey, buddy. And they're willing to give you their love pretty much no matter what. And it could be the Tinky's hungry. Maybe there are alternative motives. But our animals love us and we love them. So it is that time of year when we are getting bikes and breaking them out in order to get them out again for spring. And a friend of mine is getting ready to drop his battery in on his super beautiful Road Glide. Isn't that a beaut? Yes, feel the hate. Now I understand how you knew how to disconnect the computer on my Street Glide. I just washed the truck. That's the fun of living in the country. That's the truth. Easy come, easy go. Such is the life in Minnesota. We're getting ice and snow and so forth. It's supposed to be a couple inches today, and I think it's supposed to get warm again later in the week. So this should be pretty short-lived. It's a little later in the day, so those of you that thought I was over-exaggerating or reacting, here's the snow. A wonderful March day in Minnesota. But again, we're supposed to hit 50s by Friday, so this should be pretty short-lived. And one of the things that's happened because of COVID is, rather than just canceling school today because of fear of ice, they made it distance learning. So I kind of wonder, and I've been told, sounds like COVID will be the end of snow days. Work has been absolutely hopping the last month or so, and my lovely bride was kind enough to ask me if I would like something special for lunch, and I absolutely adore sushi. With journaling my food intake, fish and chicken are also good sources of protein and aren't, destroying my targets as far as health. So today I am going to enjoy spicy tuna and a rainbow roll, and I just can't say how much I appreciate it. Like I said, it's been hopping at work. I spend a tremendous amount of time in this office, both for my day job as well as some of my philanthropy work, and it has no windows, so sometimes it can feel a little bit like a jail cell, and just having something bright and yummy for lunch reinvigorates the energy. So good. This is my lovely bride that brought me my sushi. How was your sushi, honey?
It was good.
Better than cafeteria sushi?
Much better than cafeteria sushi.
That's kind of on par with gas station sushi. You know you don't eat gas station sushi, right?
No.
Do you know why?
No.
You ever heard of food poisoning?
Yes.
Alright, so we got it jacked into our amplifier, and the sound is not too terrible. For those of you that need a backup, I was in Owatonna for a concert yesterday. We went into a music store, and I found this wonderful little cigar, electric guitar, wonderful folk art. And I had a request from my good friend Jim. He's like, I think you should be playing something on that. So now that we've got the full electric sound, this one's for you, Jim. See? Anyway, fun stuff. Gonna have a good time playing with this little crazy thing. Does have a little place for a strap on the bottom. I'm not quite sure what to do at the top. I don't see a strap for that. I don't know. Learning something new. If you know guitar, you can do some crazy, stupid stuff. just got a little bit of feel of a cure there. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, I just figured out how easy it is to play bass, Jim. I was kind of all over the place this week, and some of you may be thinking to yourself, what was the point of all this? And I would say it's important we keep our eye on the ball and remember the goals in our life. There are always going to be things that are thrown at us that are out of our control, things we can't plan for that we've got to react to. And it's ironic because, I started thinking about the talk I have to give in just a few short days now, and thought, this is a good way for me to talk a little bit about that on the channel and prepare for that talk. And ironically, this was one of the most unpredictable weeks I've had in quite some time. I mean, just to illustrate it, as I was preparing for this outro, I couldn't get my camera to work, only to find out that somehow behind my computer had become unplugged. Stuff happens. So when you're handed lemons, make lemonade. Remember to laugh. Continue to work towards your objectives, and by all means, don't give up. I've been on a health journey for about a week and a half, and I've already lost about 12 and a half, 13 pounds. I still have a long way to go, but I'm going to stay positive about it, and I'm just going to keep working at it and keep working at the things that interest me. So if you found today useful, if you've liked all of the videos I've done, and I might add, I made it to 20 videos. This is something I was not sure I would stick with, but honestly, this is one of the highlights of my week, is being able to put these together. If you like them, tell your friends, hit like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and keep checking back with us. And in the meantime, remember, please take the time to see the beautiful things that are around you every day.